Hey, this is Hans from Dakota Angler and Outfitter, and today we're going to tie the Prince Nymph, probably one of the most well-known nymph patterns out there. We're going to tie this without a bead or lead wire, but you could use either of those or a combination of both to add more weight to the fly. We got a traditional style nymph hook in the vise. I'm going to wrap a thread base, going to wrap back to the back of the hook. I'm going to tie in 2 goose buyouts for tails. What I've done is trim them off, flipped one of them over, and then as I press them together, then you get that nice splay. So you got the opposing curves, or the curve opposing itself. And then what I'm going to do is lay that down so that the hook shank splits the tails. And I want those tails to be about half the length of the hook shank. And eyeball that. Loosely hold them with my left thumb and forefinger. Get a loose wrap. I'm going to grab those and get them in place, and then once that's secure, I can go ahead and wrap the goose buyouts down along the side of the hook. And we'll trim off our excess. And finish covering the excess up. At the front of the hook here, we'll tie in some round or some oval gold tinsel. That's going to be our ribbing. Tie that in here at the front and wrap back to the back of the hook, securing that as we go. Then we'll tie in our body material, which is going to be peacock herl. Take 4 strands of peacock herl. Tie that in the back of the hook. Wrap our thread to the front. Need to tie that down a little further back here at the back. Wrap back up to the front. Wrap forward the peacock herl. Tie that off at the front by holding it forward with my right hand, dropping the bobbin over with my left. Add a couple securing wraps there, and then we'll trim off the extra. Now we'll take and wrap 5 wraps of oval tinsel for our rib. Tie off the tinsel at the front of the hook. When that's tied off, we can trim off our extra. Make sure that's tied down securely. Next, for our legs and collar, take a brown hen hackle feather. What I'm going to do is fold the tips of the front of the feather back so that I get just the very tip exposed. Trim that down just a little bit. I'll tie in my hen hackle. I'll wrap really just about a turn and a half of that hen hackle. You don't need to get carried away with that on this fly. Maybe one turn actually will do it, as full as this feather is. Once we get our turn on there, then we'll go ahead and tie that down. I'll fold everything back, get a wrap in front. And then trim off the excess. Now that we got our collar, we'll tie in the signature of the Prince Nymph, the white goose buyout wings. That add that nice kind of trigger to this fly that seems to be the main reason that this fly is so effective. Got those two buyouts, and have those curving down. Tie those in right at the front of the hook so that they about the same length as the body. Tie those down right at the front. Fold those back after we've tied them down with a couple of wraps, and wrap in front. We'll trim off the excess, and then finish by building a nice small thread head. We can tie off using a 3-turn whip finish. And then trim off our excess thread. Good thing to put a little bit of head cement at the head of the fly, just to prevent those thread wraps from getting cut up by the fish's teeth. And there we have a Prince Nymph. I'm Hans from Dakota Angler and Outfitter. Check this video out and others at flyfishsd.com. You can also buy the materials to tie this fly and others at flyfishsd.com. Thanks for watching.